You know that part of land. But that don't mean you lose who you are. It's when you do things like it. But even the Bible tells you to do lustfully.
Right.
But we put religion into everything, so we make things so complicated. Yeah, I'm telling you, religion is not as complicated. Actually, Christians make it difficult for people to be a Christian.
That's true.
Because they make it so complicated. Most of these things are not complicated. Most of these things you see today have been duplicated. There are things that happened before. I was watching something, I was telling my wife on Saturday last week on TV. And this for African black history, but I don't have to go too far there. It just popped in my head. I was watching something on TV. And I saw something where they are studying how to use weather for a weapon of mass destruction. The Pentagon is spending serious money. Chinese and all these people, it was on History Channel for an hour. They try to find out how to use these things as weapon of mass destruction. You see, the biggest crime that most Black Americans or most people outside Africa are going through is the African Christians. The African Christians have adopted Christianity so much in the European way or the white way, they don't know how to balance Christianity and African tradition.
Yes.
They make it seem like everything because they tell you, this same white people that, excuse me, I don't want to make it a racial thing. These same people that are telling you that all these things are good, they're studying and then using it against you.
Yes.
There's something special. When slavery came to Africa, nobody's going to come to you and tell you, I want to take a child as a slave, and you're going to say yes. Nobody's going to say that. They didn't come like that.
Wow.
That's why you got to educate yourself. You have to learn. Listen, everybody has a Bible, right?
Yeah.
Everybody believes the Bible is the greatest book that ever been written, right?
Yeah.
We all believe that. But if I tell you, if you didn't educate yourself, you would have been in a different situation. Because as much as you're a Christian, most of the atrocities that were caused in this world was used by the same book.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, the same Bible. But we didn't know how to read it then. We went through what they told us was there.
Yeah.
So we accepted it.
Yeah.
When they came to Africa, they didn't come with the Bible telling you they want to take you as a slave. You're not going to give up with people as slaves.
No.
They came with religion.
Yeah.
They gave us nice things.
Yeah.
Then they got our fathers drunk. They gave us alcohol that we didn't see before.
Wow.
They started giving us canons. They started giving Africans, you knew where I come from, but all they did was fight wars. So they started giving them canons. And at that time when you have canons, it's like having a nuclear bomb, it's like having an atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And now when you say canons, you know what you do? The people you capture from the war, you give it to you sell it to them. That's how slavery really started. So now they use all this stuff on your side just to get what you want. But guess what interesting thing though? We've educated ourselves now. So we know this is right. The Bible says this.
Right.
That's why you have to educate yourself. If you don't educate yourself, anything they give you, you're going to take. So that's why I keep telling you guys, our biggest problem now is what I call weapon of self-destruction. We say weapon of mass destruction. No, I say weapon of self-destruction. I'm going to do something interesting. I think it's going to help me out here. I want you guys to see something that's been going on in our community. And these are people we know. These are our regular guys. You guys see some of the pictures you see here, right? You see the shooting in Miami Gardens? You see all the shootings that are going on in Miami Gardens building next one? These are all Miami Gardens. And this was just late last year. I'm not talking about the whole year. You see this little girl right here? And they were getting her hair ready for school on Monday. And a straight, I know, as it's going on. And a straight bullet hit her in the head while she was getting her hair done for school. Ain't nobody did that to us. We know take them did it, but ain't nobody say nothing. And then we blaming everybody. I keep telling people, I'm different from you. I listen to Tupac. I'm not your Christian, so I don't want to, But like he said, they say it's the white man. I should fear. But it's my own kind doing all the killing here. We're killing ourselves, man. And we think, to us it's a joke. I saw a mama the other day in court. Her son was arrested for raping somebody, and she could be stupid enough to come to court and talk about he's a good child. You go around kids and call us like that, and he goes talk about he's a good child. The boy talk about 5 pages of rap shit. Wow. Of accidental armed robbery, something shot somebody before, and then you come to court and say he's a good child. So even at the 20-something, you still coming to court denying for him. I think that's the most important law we can give our children, is tough love. Amen. Their parents become wrong, there's nothing wrong with telling your child. At times there ain't nothing wrong with calling your child in. Because guess what? If you don't turn him in, someone might turn him in for you. And it might not be the way you want. Because I can tell you one thing, there was a federal investigation in the city of Miami a few years ago about the police shooting black kids in the city of Miami. Mm-hmm. And why was it a federal investigation? Most of those black kids that were shot in the back. So that means they were running away. But the bottom line is this: how do our children get in those situations? What is your child doing? We all keep making all these excuses. Education is for everybody. Your child play video game till like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then say he ain't going to school for education, ain't nobody. Because he's free. If you got so much time to play video game and you ain't got time to go to school, and come on, education for everybody. Yeah, but there's something for everybody. Be there. Because whatever you do, you see, the worst thing you can do is to waste your talent. You see, we talk about Miami Gardens right now. Miami Gardens is just something. Last year, over 5,000 young black men were killed in the city of Chicago. Wow. 5,000. I didn't say 500. 5,000. Wow. But this is a question though. Every hood, every ghetto you go to, before you go 2 blocks, there's a church around the corner. Wow. That's sad. There's a church in every corner. And we are, listen, black people they say in Africa, we go to church more than everybody else. We go to church more than everybody else. So if all these things are happening, these are our kids. Oh God. We see these kids. So guess what? We're not teaching them. We're not taking an interest. You know how the poem our Reverend Son just read? You know what the poem said? Now I'm a cancer to my mom. I look so much like my dad. She can't stand me. Wow. So guess what? I will go out there and fight whatever. So that's what I'm trying to get through. You know, if I don't finish, it is what it is. I'm just going to flow with it. You see, one of the things that's causing most of all this stuff, like I told you guys my story, I was the biggest bastard in the book. We need to stop this situation of where it's okay to have a child just for the fun of it. Amen. We need to get to understand that when you have these kids, there are certain things. Things happen. I can't say I've been exempted from things happening. But my question is that when you have these kids, now you have to start living a life where every man that comes to your life, the first thing you want to think about is, will he be a good father to my son? Amen. That's all that matters. Right. Not will he be, because the man is making you think Jesus, that means he's going to make you go to heaven. He could be giving you all the love in this world, it's just because that's when you call Jesus the most of the time. But that doesn't mean he's going to send you to heaven. Because the reality is the first thing you got to look at as a man is, will he be a good father? Yeah. You see what that poem said? That poem said, would I have a father before his puberty? This is a kid just looking for attention. There are certain things I don't play with. I understand when I have a responsibility, I don't play with it. That's one thing I don't compromise. Right now, the main child in my life is my God's son. I don't compromise that. I don't play with it. My Bible, I don't play with it. The one that somebody was telling me the other day, what's wrong with that? This boy loves you so much. But he's running away from my house all the time, though. But he comes from my father. And I do it, even though we don't live together, guess what? I make sure I talk to him, if not every week, every other week. He just never hear my voice. I don't have to do nothing. Just the fact that you hear your voice, you make him know you're there. That's right. There are certain things, we have to understand these things are serious. There's nothing wrong with these things. You fulfill the child so much now, to a certain age, and you start seeing everything wrong with him. When are you going to take responsibility for all the things you do?
Amen.
Yes, when you get a situation, you have 5 kids, 5 different daddies, and everybody is angry. Now you already caused confusion in the family. I come from a polygamous family. My dad is like, whoa. Everywhere I go, there's a child around the corner. In fact, my sister that's right next to me, she's my cousin. That's who he was. But this is my bottom line is, when you have in all this situation, almost all of us, my dad died about, I think about 14 kids still alive, I don't even know. But almost all of us, everybody hates each other and they don't know why. Everybody has each other but they don't know why. Because the fights that were started by their mother. Your mama tell you don't go over there because that mama bad. Your mama was, he saw my husband, so don't talk to me. So now you grew up with so much hate for your siblings and you don't even know what caused it. Wow. Because you were raised with that much hate. So we have to understand there are certain things when we make those decisions, it just don't affect us. It affects everybody around us. So we have to understand that's the responsibility we have to face. I'm going to try to run up here and say, one thing I keep telling people is poverty is not an excuse not to raise your child.
Amen. Amen.
Poverty is not an excuse not to raise your child. You can be broke, like I keep saying. I never knew, honestly, I feel shocked every time I go down that street. I never knew when I lived in that kind of poverty. You can pay me enough money and sleep in that house right now. Every time I look, I go down the street and like, but I love that house. There are so many people that grew up. Everybody in my family passed through that house at one time. But the interesting thing is there was so much love in that house, I didn't know I was poor.
My God.
We never knew we were poor. Because there was love. There was school fees paid. There were things so, when you do certain things, we keep talking there's no welfare. My brother and I have this argument. Say there's no welfare in Africa. Because all this welfare check you get, you don't get that in Africa. But I was making an argument with him that I grew up on welfare, but he didn't understand that. Because my great-grandmother raised me. She was already about 70-something years old when I was born. She didn't have a job. The only way she could provide for me is when people came and gave her money. That's welfare.
Okay. Somebody gave me.
If one of our cousins, our grandson came, oh grandma, yes. Or one of our kids that give her allowance, yes. That's welfare. When you have to depend on everybody else to survive, you're welfare. You don't have to get a check. If I have to call Pastor Isaac, man, listen, I don't have a job, you know I'm working. Who gonna say? The next month you come back, Pastor Isaac, yeah, man. Okay. Now after my 4 months, now, I will tell you, bro. Because that's you have to just put your Bible aside and say some certain things. So you know what, let me take you outside. You know? And make you understand there are certain things you have to learn to provide for yourself. You have to learn to fight for yourself. And whatever you do, you have to educate yourself, educate your children. Education don't mean school, you know. People really believe education has to be, you got to go to school and read. Education don't mean school. Education is whatever you do, try to get to knowledge of that thing to the best of it. Amen. If I'm a carpenter and I make this thing and I see this call, if I have to practice to do this course about 1,000 times, I'm educating myself on how to call this thing. Amen. I can't go to school for that. Amen. I'm going to break it down and do it again. That's education. Yeah. I keep telling her that great grandma could not read or write. She used to help me with my homework. Wow. I know what this is. I just have a phone and write. She said, she lied on me. Because there's no way to know the answer. She can read or write. Wow. But she used some kind of psychology, she asked me, what did she say? By the time she finished, I figured it out and I get the answer. She was educated about everything because she educated herself.
Wow.
She listened to the news more than everybody else.
Oh my God.
She made people read newspapers to her, even though she couldn't read. So she could debate with anybody about anything.
Wow.
So you got to educate yourself. Ain't nobody gonna do that. See, I could, like I say, I could take you to the water, but I can't make you to what? You can't make the bus drink. See, when I can take you to school, but I can't make you study.
Right.
I can't make you study. I can send you to all the school you want. I cannot make you study. You gotta want it for yourself.
Amen.
And I keep telling people, ain't nothing wrong with calling the police on your child if it's getting out of hand. At times when you get arrested, it's not a bad thing. I'm not telling people to go to jail now, for even our brother, to go to jail. I ain't say that. I'm saying at times it's not a bad thing. Because at times that might be protecting you from getting killed out there. I tell people there are certain things that you do. You have to prepare yourself for the things you're going to meet in the future. You have to prepare yourself. You see, if you don't fight, and you're scared you don't fight because of fear, then you don't go nowhere. You have to walk through all these things. Like you say, failure. You see, the fear of failure. You cannot be comfortable with it. But like I tell people, you have to walk through things. You see, even the Bible will tell you, even what the Lord Shepherd says, even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Even though I sleep through the valley, you still have to walk through that valley. You got to get up and walk through it. You can't say, I'm scared of what's going to happen next door. You cannot be scared of change. I got to walk through it. I got to walk. If I'm sleeping and hiding because there's a problem out there, you will die in that spot. I got to get to that. I got to get back there. And there are problems. I got to walk through it. And then when you do that, that's where Psalm 23 comes in. Even though you do that, I'll fear no evil. Because I'll be with you. But first you got to do it. You got to take the first step. So those are the things you have to understand of how to motivate yourself. Like they say in Africa, if you kill time with your life, you bury opportunity. Every time wasted is a day gone. You can't get it back. Like I keep telling everybody, see, one of the first things I learned when we were in the soccer camp in Africa, that the coach said, the most important play in any sport, but I'll do soccer, the most important play in soccer is the next play. What they mean by that, the most important thing, when you make a mistake and it costs a goal, there is nothing you can do about it. You already made it, it's a goal already started. So now your next move is to make sure I don't make that mistake no more. So the most important play in your life is the next play.
Wow.
And we have to understand that even though we've made all these mistakes, it's okay. Mistakes are part of life. But guess what? Now when you make one mistake 3 times, something wrong with you, you need somebody to put their hands on you. Because now it's nobody's fault no more, because now you know better. And that's where I keep trying to say, like Africa they used to say, if you do not save for your future, you can't complain that your future is not good to you. These are certain things that you have to understand. You can't go down and people get around you, you got to gain wisdom. Like they also say in Africa, when an old man dies and buried, you just bury a library of wisdom. You have to educate yourself, people. You have to make you understand that poverty is not an excuse. We can't keep playing Christianity, we keep playing church, we keep playing church, we keep playing church. When you have so many churches in our communities and all these things keep happening in the community, something wrong. Something wrong, guys. We gotta understand that. And it's love, I can't you have to kill yourself for others to live. We don't want to think like that, but we all believe that's what Jesus did. We have to understand, guys, that failure in life is not our option. Amen. We have to understand that there are things we look at. And in conclusion, guys, I need to tell you a story. There's a couple of people I call my hero. It's a personal story. If you guys can indulge me a little bit. about these two little girls. These two little girls, they grew up in the country somewhere. There were actually more than two of them. There were four of them. But I'm going to talk about the two of them because I know them. One of them, one of them was 2 when their mom died. The other one was 6. And their grandmother was raising them. Even though their grandmom was everybody agreed was an alcoholic, she made sure they went to school and she made sure she did what she had to do. And a few years later, probably about 7 years later, their grandmother died too. Now they were stuck with nobody nowhere to go. So social workers had to look for where their fathers were. And they split the 4 of them. One of them ended up with a college coach, high school coach. 2 of them had to come to their father in Miami. And when they got here to their father, they lived with their father and their stepmother. But unfortunately, their father too was on drugs. And their father abandoned them with a girlfriend. Now they were stuck with nowhere to go. But the 2 of them did not want to separate, so they could not end up with social work. With foster care. So their auntie took them in. After I think it was probably their father's aunt or their auntie took them in. Even though their auntie was so sick and she only had 2 days to live, she raised them like they were hers. Even though she had her own kids and she hadn't had a job because she was sick, but she took them in. But that is not their time. Because just as they think they're getting settled, their auntie died too. Then after that part, they let us survive on their own. But even at the worst time of them surviving on their own, 2 sisters, they're teenagers. With a boyfriend that they met too, situation came up, and their boyfriend could not be there for them no more. Even though they were living overtime. And they got out of the situation, and they kept fighting. Because they were not going to settle for all these things that they've been going through, all these debts. Their father abandoned them with a girlfriend and moved back to Georgia. He was on drugs. He didn't care. But in spite of that, these girls went through all this stuff. And one of them went all the way, with the sister. They raised themselves, they took care of themselves. And one of them went all the way went to college and graduated and became a teacher. And started teaching all the kids. And living all the kids and taking care of all the kids. And the other one too, the good part. Because they could have used all the situations they were going through as an excuse. But they refused to fail. They refused, that wasn't going to be it. And now today when you see them, I look at them with pride and I'm so proud of them. Amen. But these are people we know. But we never know each other's story. And let me tell you guys, that's the story of Doris and Lisa. I'll teach right here with you right. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for failure. How bad do you have it? How bad do you have it that you're thinking we're going to fail? Guys, we have to check it out. Check ourselves out. You have to make it, no matter what. And on that note, I would like to really say thank you, Pastor, once again for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for the love you show me in this house and everybody. I say thank you. Let's try to change, y'all. Let's use this as a motivating stick to say, if somebody could do it, if Doris can do it, if Lisa can do it, you can do it.